Hello, gamers. Today I want to tell you a story. The story of how Wanderer did the most epic cock-blocking to himself that he's ever done. So sit down and gather around the campfire, because this is going to be a good one. The date was somewhere in the early 2000s. Wandy was just a young man, just having gone to college and had just met a beautiful young woman that he was working with at a restaurant. The two of them had been flirting quite a bit, and Wanderer thought maybe this one actually liked him. Maybe this girl was going to be the one. However, being a young man of low self-esteem, there were doubts. As the two were closing one night, this young beautiful maiden said to Wanderer, "I'm going to go change in the back." To which the young lad replied, "Okay, I'll stay out front, don't worry." To which the maiden replied, "Oh no, it's okay. You can come back if you need to." Now this should have been a hint to young Wanderer. He should have known that this maiden was not just looking to change her clothes, especially considering all the hints she had been dropping in the month before. However, young Wanderer was a respectful lad. He had been raised to respect women, to honor them. But the truth is, sometimes women aren't looking for honor or respect. Sometimes women are looking for a nice, big, long, hard new video game, and it's here! It's Elden Ring. Oh my god, it's here, everyone! The new game we've all been waiting for is here. It is Skyrim, made by George R.R. Martin and the Dark Souls creators FromSoftware. I'm so excited to start playing this. Let's jump right into character creation. Okay, here we go. Character creation. I know I want to play like a melee character. I am going to try to give some information and read the prompts and stuff so you guys know what's going on, because I know a lot of you probably have not played any of the Souls games before, or Bloodborne or Sekiro. They're great games, by the way. I've played all the Dark Souls games. Did not get to play the console-only games, but yeah, all the Dark Souls games are great. So I want to go with a more melee-centric character because I just prefer that playstyle, especially for Dark Souls. So we have the option of starting as a vagabond, a warrior, a hero, a bandit, an astrologer, prophet, samurai, prisoner, confessor, or wretch. I think that I definitely would lean towards either a samurai or a vagabond. So we'll look at the differences here. Basically, the class determines your starting gear and your level and your starting stats. So the wretch could be considered kind of a blank slate. They start at level 1, they have 10 all stats. All these other ones are variations of that and have less or more to all their various stats. So the nice thing about starting as a wretch is that you start as a blank slate and you get 10 all attributes, and because you're level 1, you level up quite a bit faster than the other characters. It takes less points to level up, but you do have to spend more points overall to reach a certain level. So ideally you want to pick a class that has the stats that you want. So let me go over the stats real quick. So your level, obviously, is your overall character level. You get that by collecting runes. Runes are also used as a currency in shops. Vigor is hit points, also affects your fire resist. Mind is your focus points. Focus is used to do combat skills with your weapons as well as sorceries. Endurance is your stamina. Also affects robustness, which I don't know what that is, and determines how heavy your equipment can be. Strength is your ability to wield heavy armaments, so heavy swords, maces, etc., and also boosts the attack power of strength-scaling weapons. Also your physical defense. Dexterity is more advanced armaments, so things like katanas, daggers, stabbing weapons, etc. It also reduces the casting time of spells, softens fall damage, and makes it harder to be knocked off your horse. Okay, so if you want to be an adept horse combatant, dexterity is important. Intelligence affects your ability to perform glintstone sorceries and boosts the magic power of those sorceries. Also improves your magic resistance. Faith is similar. It boosts the power of your sacred incantations, aka miracles, and boosts the power of them. Arcane is like luck, I guess. It's like your discovery, which is how often you will find things on corpses, because enemies do randomly drop stuff occasionally. Also affects your defense against holy, your vitality, which I'm not sure what vitality does, and also boosts certain sorceries and incantations. So that is the stats. This guy starts with a sword, what looks like a halberd probably, and a shield. And the samurai starts with a katana of some kind, a bow, a buckler type shield, maybe a parrying shield, and some arrows. Level 9 versus level 9. This gets 5 bonus vigor. The stats I really care about here are going to be vigor, endurance, strength, and dex. So we get, let's see, 5 plus 1 plus 4 is 10 plus 3. So we get 13 to those stats here, and also have a decent amount of int and faith. So we only have -1 on both of those. Arcane is not a big deal. I don't care about that too much. Samurai gets, let's see here, 5 plus 2 plus 3 is 10 plus 3. Okay, so it's the same thing, pretty much, same stats. But this one starts with a bit more dex. I lean more towards a strength character, and although the samurai looks cool as hell, I kind of prefer a more Western, as they would say, or a more European knight-looking type character. So I'm going to start with a vagabond. Buy type A or B. I don't know what that does. It just is skinny or buff. I guess we're a knight, so we'll be buff. We put a name in here. Age will be young, that's fine. Vagabond, yep. And for our stuff here, we have medallions. Lands Between rune. The gold grace shining in the eyes of the people of the Lands Between, used to gain many runes. Golden seed washed ashore from the Lands Between, said to reinforce sacred flasks. More flask usage would be good. I don't know if it's going to be... If reinforcement will mean we get more usage, usually you have to kindle the fire, the bonfires, which would be the grace sites in this, to get more uses. So I'm not sure if that's going to be like it heals more per... Yeah, I'm not sure. Ashes are said to hold spirits within. The ashes of a small diminutive golem. I'm not sure what spirits do. Cracked pots, a container for certain throwing items. Stone sword key. 2 stone keys shaped like swords, breaks the seal on imp statues, but can only be used once. I don't know what imp statues are, so I don't know how useful this will be. It's a key. I'd assume it opens doors, but it says it opens imp statues or breaks a seal on them, so I don't know what that does. Bewitching branch. 5 sacred branches charged with beguiling power, said to originate from the demigod Kale. Beguiling power, weren't the branches what you used in Dark Souls to blend in with the environment? Since they're bewitching and it says that they're beguiling power? Maybe. It's like camouflage. 5 pieces of boiled prawn boosts physical damage negation. It's not bad. It's okay. Shabiri's Woe, the crazed likeness of a noble whose eyes have been gouged out, attracts enemies' aggression. So this is like the ghostly skulls you got in Dark Souls 1 that you could use to toss at things, at enemies, and they would go follow it. It doesn't matter too much, to be honest, guys. But I think that this is a permanent boost to our flask, and that might be pretty good, especially since we're a tanky character. It might be kind of nice, but I don't know if we can even reinforce our flask right away, but I'm going to pick that for now. It's a permanent boost. I've already gotten my character that I want to, how I want to look, pretty much. It doesn't look like me, really. I mean, I tried, but like, you know, it's not really me. I did my best. It's got brown hair and a beard and bluish gray, green eyes, which is me, but you're never going to see me, it doesn't matter. Because we're going to be in armor the whole time.
The fallen leaves tell a story. The great Elden Ring was shattered. In our home, across the fog, the lands between. Queen Marika the Eternal is nowhere to be found. And in the night of the Black Knives, Godwyn the Golden was first to perish. Soon, Marika's offspring, demigods all, claimed the shards of the Elden Ring. The mad taint of their newfound strength triggered the shattering. A war from which no lord arose. A war leading to abandonment by the greater will. Oh, rise now, ye tarnished, ye dead who yet live. The call of long-lost grace speaks to us all. Horalu, chieftain of the Badlands, the ever-brilliant Gold Mask, Fear, the deathbed companion, the loathsome dung-eater, and Sir Gideon Ofnir, the all-knowing. And one other, whom grace would again bless. A tarnished of no renown. Cross the fog to the lands between. To stand before the Elden Ring and become the Elden Lord.
All right, so here we go. Good luck. Yes, indeed. Good luck. Check my equipment here. With the equipment menu, you can equip armaments, arrows, bows, armor, and bolts, armor, talismans, and items. You can equip up to 3 armaments in each left and right hand. Okay. We have a heater shield, which has... They actually give us a 100% physical damage negation shield from the start. Guard boost of 38... does not say... I think the guard boost is like how well you guard, how well you, yeah. We've got 2 weapons, a halberd and a longsword. I will take off the halberd for now because that was putting us at a pretty high equip load. Probably could not roll properly with that. But the sword and shield is fine. Tarnished Wizened Finger. Item for online play. Used to write messages, your messages will be conveyed to other worlds, allowing other players to read them. A finger of corpse wax, so emaciated the bone is visible. It is a relic of those who came before, left to help those who would come after. Okay. So my skill right now is parry, it looks like. Item ahead. Somehow I doubt it. So that cinematic was a pretty big lore dump there. Door is blocked shut. Pretty big lore dump. It sounds like Marika the Eternal has gone away. We don't know where. The Elden Ring, whatever that is, whether it's an actual ring or if it's something else, I'm not really sure. But the Elden Ring was shattered, and the offspring of Marika the Eternal inherited... Oh god, this doesn't look good. There's death spots here. What happened here? It doesn't even show what happened. Okay. The offspring of Marika the Eternal took the shards of the Elden Ring, and their tainted power caused the shattering of the world, I guess? I'm not exactly sure what that means. Oh yeah, we can just jump up here. Well, I guess we can't jump up here, but in theory we could jump up there. Not here, therefore no item ahead. Not here. Vision of fingers. Okay. Try jumping off. Why does everybody appraise it? There's nothing there. I guarantee there's nothing there. So that's the story so far, and and then there was a war from which no lord arose, which I would assume that war would be between the offspring. They probably all fought for dominance with their Elden shards. Seek victory, time for Elden Ring. Is this a boss arena? Probably a boss arena. Let me check my moveset here real quick. Standard longsword attacks here. 5 attacks and that's it. Stab. Yep, stabbing attack. This is going to be parry. Nothing crazy there. And blocking. Okay. I don't have flasks or anything. This probably will be rough if it's a boss, but it really looks like a boss. There is the statue of Marika the Eternal. Okay. Grafted Scion. Ow. Ow. Okay. Well, I'm dead. Didn't get a death notification thing. And we're getting a cutscene, I think? Were we thrown off the cliff? Was I supposed to die there? Was that not a fair fight? It seemed kind of unfair. Tossed out like the trash we are.
Don't worry, Torrent. Fortune is on his side. We found him here, after all. One of his kind is sure to seek the Elden Ring. Even if it does violate the Golden Order.
So if the Elden Ring was shattered, Are we going to try to defeat all the demigods, the offspring of Marika, get their Elden Ring shards, and then put the Elden Ring back together? Is that the point of this game? Kind of like in Dark Souls, you get the Lord Souls, and then open the way to Gwyn. Like, do you save the world if that happens? What happens? I don't know. Don't tell me, obviously, if you've already played through the game, and you know. I want to remain spoiler-free, but yeah, it's an interesting story so far. Alright, there's our flasks. Crimson Tears and Cerulean Tears, so health potion and mana potion. That's still 0 deaths, guys. There's like no way I can get up here, right? I doubt it. Doesn't count as a death. What say you, ghost? Brave Tarnished, take the plunge. Of learning and remembrance. Recall the arts of war and your warrior's blood. Yes, because I am a knight. I am a knight of some renown, you see. Is this a tutorial? Gonna bet it's a tutorial. Sights of Grace. Resting in a sight of grace will restore your hit points, focus points, and cleanse any status ailments. It will also refill your sacred flasks. However, most enemies will respawn once you use it. You can find Sights of Grace by going where light converges. Okay. We shall rest to make a respawn point here. It says early day and I can pass time, so I suppose there are day-night cycles in this, which is new for Souls-type games. You can't do that in other ones. Oh, that's sweet. Yep, know how to dodge. I did like a special attack after I blocked. I usually go two-handers in these games, but, you know. Oh, arrow. Must be above. In every corner of the lands between, you will find fruits and flowers, mushrooms and butterflies, and various other useful materials. They can be used for crafting. There he is. Each hand can be equipped with up to 3 armaments, allowing you to toggle between them. Armaments can also be two-handed, making attacks more difficult to repel with shields and boosting effective strength by 50%. Right, so do that to do that. So breaking guard is just like getting a parry pretty much. Got it. I'm not gonna lie, that is a sweet, that's so sweet. What's this say? Could this be a necessary item? What? There's nothing here. See ya. Armaments have special abilities called skills. Skills are highly varied and range from powerful attacks to temporary effects. Using skills consumes focus points. I'm not going to use a skill because I don't really need to. Crouching. Crouch to make it harder for enemies to discover you, especially effective in tall grass. Attacking an enemy that hasn't noticed you will cause more damage than usual. I don't know if that was actually more damage or if it was just because I had a backstab. The backstab is probably the majority of the damage there. Somebody died here? You get more souls for killing a enemy that you backstab, I think, too. Stance breaking. Some attacks may break an enemy's stance, giving you a chance to perform a critical hit. Charge attacks and jump attacks make it particularly easy to break an enemy's stance. Hold right trigger for charge, right trigger while jumping for jump attack. Okay. Stakes of Marika. Upon dying, you'll be revived at the last site of grace that you visited. However, if there is a stake of Marika near where you died, you can choose to be revived there instead. So this is a stake of Marika. Marika was Marika the Eternal, and there is a wall of fog over there. Still no arms. That's actually perfect. Wall of fog here, assuming I'm probably going to fight a boss, and if I die, I can revive at that stake of Marika. Oh yeah, boss time. You perform a counterattack immediately after blocking an enemy attack. Yeah, I know that. Okay. Not really a boss. Pretty easy. Pretty easy. Not a whole lot of souls either. Okay. Cool. Easy enough. Is a tutorial after all. And the item over here. It said strength, I think. Is it an emote? Alright. Let's be on our way then. They really enjoy making you push through those doors. Thankfully you're immune while you're doing that, because I've had things chase me in games before, and yeah. Okay, there's a wall here that I cannot get through. Use this site of grace to get our respawn point set here. And what the heck are you? Use stone sword key. Oh, this was an option that we could have used when we start our character. We don't have any, obviously. Okay. Okay, got it. Got it. It's like an imp riding another imp. Does this like get rid of the fog? If I had picked that, could I go through here earlier on? We'll find more of them, I'm sure. Cooperative multiplayer. Use Tarnished Furrowed Finger to write a gold summon sign. Cooperative multiplayer will begin once you have been summoned by a player from another world. You will take the role of an ally, Furrowed Finger, and your objective is to defeat the area boss. The compass at the top of the screen indicates the direction of the summoner, host of fingers. Okay. Finger Severer, that's probably to get away. And Tarnished Furrowed Finger. So if you want to leave somebody's multiplayer session that you've joined after being summoned, you can do so. With that Finger Severer. No hidden path ahead. Okay, good to know. Because I 100% trust that person. Totally being sarcastic. Okay, tutorial done. We're in Limgrave. This is the overworld now. There's a guy to talk to right there, and there's a big old scary guy right there. And one more side of grace here. Okay. Go ahead and rest. Grace exists to guide the Tarnished and lead them along the proper path. Even now, some sites of grace retain that power. Their golden rays will guide you along their way. Alright. I'm gonna rest here to get the respawn point active. So it's time to go up that way. Up that way towards whatever's over there. There's like a... Is that a church? Looks like a church missing its steeple up there. Or part of its steeple. Use your map to check your current position as well as the terrain and surrounding structures. You can update the map with new information by finding map fragments at stelas along the road. You can also use the map to freely place beacons of light to serve as landmarks as you explore.
Oh, yes. Tarnished, are we? Come to the lands between for the Elden Ring? Of course you have. No shame in it. Unfortunately for you, however, you are maidenless. Without guidance, without the strength of runes, and without an invitation to the Round Table Hold, you are fated, it seems, to die in obscurity.
I love this this voice actor. Reminds me a lot of like Lord Voldemort in the movies. A little bit of the Emperor in the original Star Wars trilogy, like the kind of sort of high, somewhat ambiguously evil voice that's kind of sort of mocking you while telling you this information. So we are maidenless and we need to find a maiden if we want to progress, I think is what he said.
Luckily for you, however, there is one shining ray of hope for even the maidenless. Me. Varre. Take care to listen. Are you familiar with grace? The golden light that gives life to you tarnished. You may also behold its golden rays, pointing in a particular direction at times. That is the guidance of grace, a path that a tarnished must travel. Indeed. Grace's guidance holds the answers. It will lead you tarnished to the path you are meant to follow, even if it leads you to your grave.
So I'm a bit wary of trusting people's advice in these games, because in Dark Souls, you were basically led along a path where you inherited the souls of other lords by killing them. You basically got really, really strong and then lit yourself on fire to rekindle the Age of Fire. You're basically being manipulated by the gods to relight their Age of Fire for them by sacrificing yourself. Of course, the alternative in Dark Souls was not great either. Wasn't a great alternative. But I don't like being manipulated either. So I don't 100% trust this person, this Varre, as you say it.
Grace's guidance will reveal the path forward, most certainly. To Castle Stormvale, over on the cliff, the home of the decrepit demigod, Godrick the Grafted.
Decrepit demigod, Godrick the Grafted. So we fought a Scion, a Grafted Scion earlier in the tutorial, and we died horribly to it, and it had like extra limbs. Is that what they're referring to when they say grafted? It has parts of other stuff like stuck to it, but it's like they can actually use those limbs and stuff. I guess that would make sense. Typically when we think of grafting, we think of like skin grafting, like someone who has a very bad burn. They might have skin from part of their body grafted to replace that burned skin, since it will never heal properly. I don't know.
It's time you set off, I should think. To Castle Stormvale on the cliff, where grace would guide you. If you seek the Elden Ring, maidenless as you are.
We gotta rub in that maidenless thing.
Time you set off.
Okay, that's all of the, I figured that was probably it. That's all the dialogue. Okay, and I heard someone clunking around. Yeah, there he is. Summoning pools. In each area you will find effigies of martyrs. These effigies are summoning pools. You'll find it easy to summon other players at these locations, as co-op and hostile summoning scions created with small effigies gather at summoning pools. And I got a small golden effigy. What does that do? Sends a co-op sign to summoning pools, so if you use that, then you can co-op in this area. Got it. Do I want to try to kill this guy? Can try. I doubt I'll be able to very effectively block him, but I mean, even if I can't, like, we're right over by the bonfire, so it's not a huge deal. There's just these guys everywhere over here. These people that have been crucified, it looks like. Golden rune. I assume that's like a lost soul type item. Ow. Ow. Ooh. Alright. Not a bad first attempt. Not a bad first attempt. Obviously, we got destroyed there, but not terrible for our first try. There was a building we got really close to up there, too, which I think is what death. Upon dying, you'll be revived at the last site of grace that you visited. You'll drop any runes in your possession at the site of your death. If you die again before reclaiming those runes, they will be lost forever. The compass at the top of the screen indicates the direction of the lost runes. Okay. Got it. Yes, they're over there. Let's go get our 600 souls or whatever we lost up here. There's a glowy thing over here, too. Hello, whatever you are. Thin beast bones. Okay. Ruin fragments. Found by hunting beast. Used for crafting. Used for crafting. Okay. Increases sacred flasks' number of uses. Oh, that is good. That's actually really good. So I can increase my number of uses. I didn't know if this would give me number of uses or if it would give me... I don't know if it'd be number of uses or if it would be the strength of your flask. That's really cool, though. Okay, where's my souls at? Runes. I gotta stop calling it souls, it's runes now. Why do they gotta change it? This is open world Dark Souls. Okay, I will fight you at a later time, sir. For now, I'm gonna go to this thing up here. So, when they refer to Maiden, the Maiden sounds a whole lot like a Firekeeper from Dark Souls, which a Firekeeper allowed you to level up, and also allowed you to reinforce your flasks. So, maybe if we find a Maiden, we can reinforce our flasks. Is that Santa over there? You can fast travel, is what that last one said. Is that Santa? I can't reinforce here, can I? I should have checked before I exited that. Well, I can increase the amount replenished by flasks, or I can add charge to flask, or I can allocate flask charges. Use golden seed to increase the number of flask use. Yes. Added charge to flask of crimson tears. Okay, cool. So now we have more. Use sacred tear to increase the amount of... Okay, so sacred tears, we don't have any, got it. So sacred tears do that. I see.
You're a Tarnished. I can see it. And I can also see that you're not after my throat. Then why not purchase a little something? I am Kale, purveyor of fine goods.
You look a bit green there, Kale. What the hell are you holding? Is that a back scratcher? There's like a back scratcher on the end of that thing. Can't get an angle on it. Yeah, it's like a back scratcher there. And then like a banjo of some kind? Lute, maybe?
I am of a nomadic people, selling wares as I travel. The land has been tainted by madness since the shattering of the Elden Ring. It's only Tarnished like yourself, who keep things from drying up entirely. Let's say you're a very welcome customer.
Recommendation. What would you recommend, Kale?
You know, if you can spare the runes, you should buy yourself a crafting kit. A crafting kit allows you to make basic items on your own. Essential, really, if you intend to survive out here for any duration. The kit costs a bundle, and I admit I do take my cut. But the important thing is that you survive. Every customer counts, after all.
Okay, with the shop menu, you can spend runes to purchase stuff. You can also sell stuff. Okay. Throwing daggers, throw to inflict damage. Not very expensive, but I don't really need them that much. I don't know, I don't want to spend all my runes on that. A telescope, 500 for that. Allows Varre to see faraway things. That might be pretty useful. Furl Calling Finger Remedy reveals co-op and hostile summoning signs. Reveals cooperative and competitive multiplayer signs. Co-op summoning signs will be shown in gold, while hostile summoning signs will show it in red. Okay, so this is like a humanity, basically. So previously you had to restore your humanity to be able to summon someone. And I guess in here there's no humanity, but you have to use this if you want to summon someone. Cracked pot. Empty pot somehow mends itself when broken. Essential vessel for crafting cracked pot items. Huh. So would this be for like the grenades you used to use, the fire bombs you could make in Dark Souls? I bet you can make fire bombs here. Leather bag contains a pestle and mortar, small blade, and various other tools. Enables item crafting from the menu. Okay. I want that for sure, to be able to craft stuff. There's also a bunch of crafting things here. A record of crafting techniques left by roaming nomad warriors contains knowledge for surviving in the face of utter scarcity. We will get the ability to make bone arrow fletched, and bone bolt from that. This one is a glowstone, invigorating cured meat, and invigorating white cured meat. I'm not sure what the food does. Holy water pot and roped holy water pot. These like holy water you can throw at undead enemies to do damage? I assume so. What are these? A note sold by nomadic merchant. It contains useful information about a flask of wondrous physique. Further details are available only to paying customers. Note imparting knowledge in brief. Contains information about a waypoint ruin. Okay. Sure.
I'm glad you took my warning to heart. You've made an excellent choice.
If you have a crafting kit, you can make various items from materials that you find. Select item crafting from the main menu to make items. You can learn to craft more items by finding cookbooks. You will need cracked pots or other containers to craft certain items. You will not be able to make more of those items until you have containers. Then you have containers. container items run out with use, but containers themselves remain. Okay, so you make items from the containers, but because the containers reassemble themselves afterwards, you get the pieces back, and you never actually run out of containers. So you buy them once, and that's it. Strengthening armaments. At a smithing table, you can spend runes and smithing stones to strengthen your armaments. Somewhere in the lands between, you may meet a blacksmith who makes your armament even stronger. Okay, so you can what's a smithing stone? With the smithing menu, you can spend runes and smithing stones to strengthen your armaments. You can strengthen your armaments up to +3 at a smithing table. Somewhere in the lands between, you may meet a blacksmith who can make your armaments even stronger. Okay, so we can go to +3. Takes 2 smithing stones to upgrade my items, and I don't have that just yet. Okay, that's fine. Alright, I have not very many souls, so if I die here, I don't care. I'm going to try to kill this guy. I think dueling is probably the best bet here. It doesn't seem like it's going to matter if I try to... Ooh, there's a skull there. I don't think I'll be able to really do much blocking him. Come over here, buddy. I can't see very well over there. There's too much stuff in the way. That move is bullshit, I'm just saying. That move is bullshit. Ooh. No, no, no. Oh, God. motherfucker. That's right. That's right. Ooh, we got a golden halberd, the same item he's using, I'd assume. Ooh, and 3,000 souls. It wasn't that bad. It only took me like maybe 20 minutes or so. Tried off the other halberd as well. I just didn't have as much damage against him. Better range though. Alright, what's this thing? 14 dex, 30 strength, and 12 faith. So we need to get a lot of attributes to use this. It does 187 physical base and 101 holy damage as well. This is like the Black Knight halberd. It has split damage between physical and holy. The Black Knight halberd had split damage between physical and fire. Let me look at this thing real quick. Weighty halberd forged of gold, wielded by the Order of Tree Sentinels, heavily equipped knights, deals holy damage. A masterfully crafted weapon that lives up to its heft, but is difficult for one of mere human strength to wield. Skill, Golden Vow. Skill passed down from antiquity among the knights of the capital. Raise armament aloft and pledge to honor the Erd Tree in battle, granting self and nearby allies increased attack power and defense. That's badass, guys. That's badass. Alright, well, after that and getting all those souls, I really want to find where we're supposed to go next, which is, I guess... God, voice is cracking. Over the hill this way. There looks like there's a path over there in the distance. I could buy a whole bunch of stuff too, but I'd rather spend these on attribute points so that I could hopefully, you know, maybe use that halberd soon, because I'm totally down for going a halberd build. That's fine. Two-handers in general are my style. I like them a lot. So, yeah, but I think we're going to wrap this episode up here, guys. A good place to stop. So next time we'll go over the hill and see what's there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.